Okay, fine. So myself, Sikandar Gausmanuddin, I'm certified in CCIE routing switching as well as service provider. Okay, so here we are to discuss about introduction to CCNA technologies. So where Cisco is a leading manufacturer of networking devices, and CCNA is your entry-level certification for Cisco technologies. So it's generally Cisco designed this certification in three different levels: associate level, professional level, and expert level. So we are into the first level of certification, where we'll see some introduction to major Cisco technologies, Cisco devices. Like in general, when you talk about network, so network, we know networking, the main intention of creating a network is to make sure that devices can exchange information. Like, so take an example, I have some computers in my company branch office. So I want to make sure that these computers should exchange the information. So what I can do is I can use a switch and I can provide a centralized location where I can connect all my devices. So when you talk about network, mainly we set up a network to share information and resources. So in this, the first device which comes place is switch. So switch is a device which provides a centralized location where you can connect all your computers in the LAN. So it can be one switch. As per the number of users connecting, it can have more than one switch as well. So this is one of the major important devices. We can consider it as a major device when you talk about a LAN structure. So the second important device is a router. So we talk about router. So router is mainly used when you have a LAN, a branch office in India. Let's say I have one branch office in India here, and I got one more branch office in Dubai. So I want to make sure that these two different branch offices should exchange information. So it's simple, just we are providing a WAN connection. So if you want a Dubai branch office communicate with India branch office, so in different locations, it can be in different cities, different countries. So we need to have a device called a router. So diagrammatically we represent router in this type of symbol. So we need to have a router, and then we need to provide the connectivity to the switch where we are going to connect our local area network, the LAN, to a router, and then from router to router we need to take a WAN connection which is commonly given by the service provider. So you have to pay to the service provider to get a line, and service provider will charge for the line and is going to provide you the connectivity between the two different branch offices. It can be 2 branch offices or it can be 20 branch offices. So generally, if you are thinking about any WAN connection, then router is a device which we use for providing WAN connections between different branch offices. So that is the second device. So we'll be seeing, that's what we are going to see in our CCNA, where we'll learn how to provide this connectivity and what are the different types of WAN technologies which are used in providing this WAN connection. What is the behavior of the switch here, how the switch behaves and how the switch works, what is the router and different components of the router, different ports of the router, and what are different types of routing methods we use for communication. That's what the main CCNA introduction to CCNA covers. All these things, how it happens. When you talk about the third important device, we can say firewall. Firewall is also one of the major device in our network, because when we talk about any organization, every organization also have a connection to internet. Internet is something which everyone require, everyone wants to connect. So the main thing, internet comes on the router, and from the router it is again shared with the LAN users. So now, but the question is, internet is not a secure network. So anyone sitting in the internet can simply try to enter into my network, and he can try to access my information, or he can send some program or some files which can affect my data, which can corrupt my data, which I really don't want. So I want to make sure that my network a little bit much secure when I connect to internet, because internet is something is a public network where everyone is connected, and it's not a secure network. So to provide security, what we do is we configure a device called a firewall. A firewall is a device which is going to filter each and every packet coming and going outside your network. Just like a security guard, let's say anyone coming from outside network, it will ensure that this particular user have privileges, If not, it will simply drop the packet. And any user sitting in my LAN is trying to access some information, it will make sure that it will send the packets to internet and it will allow only the return traffic. So this firewall is responsible for maintaining some information, and also we can do some filtering. You can define the rules, who should be permitted, who should be denied, and even you can do some URL filtering. There are a lot of things which a firewall can do. It is just like a security guard of any company who is going to check each and every packet coming and going outside your network. So now these are the three major devices in a network communication. Apart from, you have computers anyway which are going to be used for communication, and maybe you have some servers running in your LAN. We don't get into these server technologies. So mainly servers like Microsoft, like we have some different platforms like MCITP, Linux, Unix, Solaris. These are all different specialization tracks in networking technologies which mainly deals with how the servers and clients works. So these are servers, clients hosting some DNS service, DHCP service, FTP service, HTTP services, lot of services, clustering, advanced server concepts. So this is all what you do in this part. But here we are not going to discuss anything about servers and client relationships. So the main CCNA what we learn is all. So the CCNA what we discuss here mainly deals with routing and switching concepts. That's what here in CCNA we are going to learn: introduction to routers, introduction to switches. So mainly we don't do anything on firewalls here. We have a separate specialization course which introduces most security concepts in CCNA security, CCNP security, like this. Okay, so Cisco divide all the courses in different hierarchy. We'll get into that once we get into some basic introduction to these devices. So now when you talk about this, these are the three major devices, and Cisco is a leading manufacturer of these devices. So Cisco is a manufacturer who develops these routers, switches, and firewall. These are the main. Initially Cisco started with routers, so it's a leader in the market, especially in routing and switching department. Okay, so when you talk about firewall, Cisco is a leader. Apart from firewall, you have some other vendors in the market who develops the routers, switches, and firewalls. Juniper, we can talk about HP, Linksys, Netgate, 3Com, DAX. There's a big list of vendors, but Cisco is a major vendor in the market who develops these networking devices. So we are going to learn more into Cisco technologies. So this is just an introduction to Cisco technologies, some basic networking concepts. Okay, so now let us see what exactly Cisco deals with initially. So if you talk about Cisco, like here you can see, you can just visit the Cisco website, cisco.com, CCNA. So probably once you get into that, you can go to this. Either you can log in, you can create an account on Cisco, just a username and the password. Probably you can use that account to log into the details. So I'm already logged in with my Cisco account, you can see here. So now if you want to go through, you can just click on this button, training and events. Now here you can see different certifications, what exactly Cisco provides. So Cisco provides a wide range of certifications here. You can see entry-level certification, generally we call as CCNT, entry-level technician. So when you click on that particular link, you can probably see those things. You can see what exactly it covers: CCNA, entry-level network technicians, the ability to install, configure, and troubleshoot small enterprise branch office networks. So mostly it's a like a basic level before CCNA. So probably you can directly jump to CCNA routing switching. So you can directly go to CC entry-level certifications, or when you click on this, you can see associate level, more, professional level certifications, and expert level certifications. So Cisco designed all the courses in 3 different levels. The first one is your associate level certifications, which is the beginning level certifications. Then there is a entry level professional level certifications, CCNP, generally we call that as CCNP, Cisco Certified Network Professional. And then we have something called expert level certification, the third level of certifications, where we call as Cisco Certified Internetwork Expert. It's a one of the highly most valuable certification in the networking industry, especially. So you can probably find some information here written over there. You can see CCIE certification is accepted worldwide as the most prestigious networking certification in the industry. So holding any active CCIs are recognized their engineering skills and mastery on the Cisco products and solutions. So once you achieve this certification, probably we can say you have an expert level certification. And then in that expert level certification, you got different specializations, like you have a CCI routing switching, CCI collaboration, which is a new CCI which is to be released by Cisco probably in the next year, which is a new CCI voice instead of voice. So CCI data center, more into some data center technologies like virtualization. Based on that, you can find some topics if you go down. So initially, so as we are into CCI, let us start with certifications at associate level. So probably we can certifications at associate levels. So first let us see CCNA. Okay. So you can see here CCNA. Cisco already redesigned a new CCNA course. CCNA routing and switching is a certification for entry-level engineers. Okay. So mainly here we are dealing with routing and switching concepts here. So most probably. So to get a CCNA certified, either you need to pass this exam, CCNA 64802. So to get CCNA certified, you can click on that to get some more in detail information on that. And this CCNA 64802 is about to expire by this year, around September 30, 2013. Because Cisco has already introduced a new CCNA, which generally we call as this one, 200/120 CCNA, 2 version. Generally we call as CCNAx with 2 version. The one which we are still using, which is active as of now, is CCNA 64802. So we can the new version which is going to be released which applies from October 1st. So which means September 30 will be the last day for scheduling your exam if you are writing this current CCNA. So after that, you need to register for the new CCNA exam, where they added some new contents when compared with the older ones. Like if you just go to advanced topics, so most of the things are similar, same thing what in the old CCNA, apart from some advanced extra informations like some licensing has been added here, changing the license, adding the licensing, and using some IP version 6 over OSPF, and verifying some DHCP options. There are some extra options, extra things added into that. Like this is the new section which was added in CCNA new syllabus, which is going to be apply from October 1st. It's troubleshooting like identifying the different common problems. These are all the list of contents we can say. Like the new technologies like 3G, 4G, VSAT, and introduction to some MPLS technologies has been added, which was really not there in the previous CCNA. Just a few additions of topics, and apart from that, there is it also adds some information on having some SNMP, how it works, and some information on redundancy protocols, which was not there in the previous CCNA, in the current CCNA. If you just compare these two, probably can find a little bit difference. So most of the things are similar, like 70 to 80% we have a similar contents, but there is a addition of some new technologies into that. So as per the market requirement. Okay, so you can always go to Cisco website, cisco.com, to check any updates, anything new added, and even you can check the some more detailed information on this. Like if you just want to get CCNA certified, so the last day you need to test this exam is by September 30. The duration for your exams will be 90 minutes, and on the average you will get some 45 to 55 questions. And the passing score, you need to get at least 82.5% in order to pass your examination. And you can register with any Pearson VUE center, authorized testing center for any CCNA exam. Okay, so as from October 1st, you are going to have a new CCNA exam, that is 200/120 is the paper code, will be available from October 1st. So, but still, even if you are getting certified with the old CCNA, which is still active, 64802 CCNA exam, still your certification will be valid for the next 3 years. So the CCNA certification will be valid for the next 3 years. So within those 3 years, you have to make sure that you go for any other Cisco certification, maybe CCNA security, CCNA voice, or any professional level certification like CCNP routing switching, or to extend your validity period. But if you're not certified, so maximum it will be available for the last 3 years. So for the next 3 years, your certification will be active. So this is some basic view of technologies, like, so Cisco has been into a lot of technologies. Cisco not only into CCNA, you got a different variations of CCNA. Like if you talk about different variations in CCNA, associate level, there are many specializations again. Like if you start with CCNA here, now you can see there is a CCNA security. So now when you talk about CCNA security, it gives some more into security concepts. Like in CCNA security, the pre-requirement for this CCNA security, again, you need to do a normal CCNA, which we do, normal CCNA routing switching, because you're not going to learn any routing and switching basics here. So by the time you start your CCNA security, you should have a very good foundation knowledge of routers and switches. So here you're going to learn how to implement. So either you need to be a CCNT at least, or CCNA routing switching, or any other CCIE certification is a pre-requirement to go for this training. So it mainly deals with how you can make a router secure, routers and switching more secure. That's what implementing Cisco IOS network security, that's what it generally says. Like even you have a CCNA service provider track, which mainly deals with service provider technologies. And then you got CCNA voice, CCNA video, CCNA wireless. These are all actual specialization associate level courses. And then in that each and every platform, you have professional level. At the same time, you can go to the expert level certifications. So Cisco, when you talk about Cisco, so it's like a very vast things. It's not only about CCNA routing switching, CCNP routing switching. It mainly deals with a lot of technologies. Depending upon the specializations and the requirement of the market, they divide into different variable tracks. So I can say there are mainly 7 tracks. We can say training and events, or we can say training and certifications. So there is a table which will give some more idea on with the different levels of certifications. You can see this is the one which was recently released by Cisco. So mostly it will be implemented from the next year, February 2014. CCI collaboration, which includes some little bit voice and video technologies. So which means there won't be any voice, CCI voice. So data center technologies, design, routing switching. You can start with associate, professional and expert level in routing switching. And again, you have a security specialization, CCNA, CCNP, CCIE security. So more in depth of security concepts. So service provider again mainly deals with the track which specializes the candidate's ability to install, maintain and configure and use different service provider technologies like MPLS, quality of service, like that. So operations and storage, video, voice, wireless. These are all different types of specializations. And finally you have architect level, which comes into designing, CCDA, design level, design professional and design expert. So after CCI there is an architect level. Okay, that is what this. So these are all the different tracks Cisco provides. So maybe in the future, once you are done with the CCNA, you can be, depending upon the interest, depending upon the market demand and depending upon the company requirement, you can plan any one of these tracks. So maybe once you get add some experience, you can probably think about any professional level or expert level certifications in the future. Okay, so but it's good to have before, as you already plan to get into make your career into Cisco technologies. It's good to have an overall idea on what exactly Cisco and what are the different certifications it provides, and some basic information on like what exactly security contains, like more into firewalls, what service provider covers, and what routing switching deals with, which specialization contains what contents, and which actually suits your requirement Based on that, you can plan any one of these certifications. Okay, so just to have a good information, some basic information which I really suggest you to go through with this website to add some more information on this. Okay, so this is just an overview of all the different types of Cisco certifications. Okay, so let's come down. So this is just an overview of introduction to Cisco technologies and some basic introduction to networking devices, and then some overview of the different Cisco technologies and the Cisco's platforms and specializations. So probably in our next video we'll start with our first topic, where we'll see some TCP/IP addressing and all those things. Okay, thank you.